Hi everybody, this is Angie from tourangie.com and today I'm still in Bluefield, West Virginia, and we will be going down a little bit of Cumberland Road here, but we'll be going down Grassy Branch and then taking a left on Bluefield Avenue and go all the way through Bluefield, West Virginia on the avenue. But I will be doing a lot of talking about the Grant Street Bridge area. They are doing construction there, so we will be stopped and you'll see some of the construction going on as the road work in that area happens. So let's get started on this little drive, and I hope you enjoy Grassy Branch and the rest of this video, and maybe you'll learn something along the way. Grassy Branch Road is just a quick cut through to get you from Cumberland Road to Bluefield Princeton Avenue. There are roads that cut up to the left that will take you to residential area of Bluefield, like the Oakhurst area. But Grassy Branch has had several businesses through the years through there, several bars at different times. I think there was something called a Red Barn bar at one point. There's Hooligan's Pub now. I don't even know if it's still open. I don't frequent the bar scene of Bluefield, so I don't even live up here so anymore. But still, there's a lot that was in this area, and of course, this is just a quick cut through to Bluefield Avenue or Bluefield Princeton Avenue. I guess I could tell you a little bit of random history about me. The first time I ever ran out of gas in my car when I was like 16, 17 years old was on Grassy Branch Road. And then the first time I was ever pulled over by a cop was on Grassy Branch Road. I didn't get a ticket though. It was because of a tail light. If I'm not mistaken, one of the names of the bars that was in here on Grassy Branch was called Pigeon Toed Orange Peel, maybe. If you go to any of the Bluefield Facebook pages, you're from Bluefield or Bluefield West Virginia page, and there's been talk of it in the past, Pigeon Toed Orange Peel. So that was the bar on Grassy Branch. All right, so up ahead, we'll be taking a left to take us into Bluefield on this Bluefield Princeton Road Avenue, Bluefield Avenue, Princeton Avenue, whatever it's called. But as you start to see on the drive, you'll see Going Shell on the left, but almost directly across from it is where the road has eroded away. You'll see there's a little turn in the road just to avoid from going over into the area that is unsafe. There's been issues with the road right here for a few years now. It used to be a lot worse condition than it is now. I'm sure that there's still work to be done here, but the roads do erode away, and this road's been here for a very long time. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. It was kind of an inconvenience, I'm sure, for Going Shell at that time. It limited their parking and stuff. So yeah, just keep notice up here where the road's caving in on the right. I'm sure this road could have a lot of cave-ins. But we're going to move on to another part of the topic I wanted to talk about today, and that's the Grant Street Bridge and the road work being done there, and lots of information about it. Grant Street Bridge was built in 1940, and it's 320 feet long. Of course, it connected the east end and north side of Bluefield to Princeton Avenue, Bluefield Princeton Avenue. I've probably called it the wrong name, but the main road that takes you through Bluefield. I think it's actually Princeton Avenue on this side, but when you get closer to Bluefield, it's called Bluefield Avenue. I don't know. Anyway, we know what road we're talking about, right? Anywho, this bridge crosses the railroad tracks. It's Norfolk Southern Railways, and it's been closed since like 2019 due to decay. The bridge was falling apart. In 2020, Governor Jim Justice announced there would be funding to replace the bridge. It was like $10 million to basically replace it. And there in 2020, they estimated that the date of completion would have been April of 2022. Well, here we are in 2023, and work has just now started again. So there's been delays. There's been several things that have happened. But most importantly, is this bridge was needed to connect to the north side or the east end to the avenue. A lot of people live across the bridge, and it's, I don't know, a very huge inconvenience for people. So let's continue talking about it. West Virginia Department of Highways had to help along with some negotiating with Norfolk Southern Corporation, the railroad, on the bridge because it was jointly owned by the city and the railroad. Anyway, part of that probably helped in delaying the bridge being rebuilt. Anyway, under the agreement, Norfolk Southern agreed to turn over ownership of the bridge to the city of Bluefield and agreed to give $500,000. And highway officials agreed to match the project, and they had $8 million in funding from the Federal Highway Administration and $2 million in funding from state sources. The bridge is going to be rebuilt with the same footprint as the original bridge, but it will be 330 feet long. And taking apart the old bridge had to be disassembled piece by piece, like a one piece at a time kind of thing. Because of course, the train still runs on those tracks, so they couldn't do anything more to damage anything below. All right, and now I'm going to talk to you about the Reconnecting Communities Pilot RCP grant. Bluefield, along with Buffalo, New York, and Boston, Massachusetts, Chinatown, were the first given this grant, and it is a first ever federal program. The bipartisan infrastructure law established the first ever federal program dedicated to reconnecting communities that were cut off from opportunity and burdened by past transportation infrastructure decisions. And there's grant money coming to Bluefield for help with the area at the East End, to help with businesses, even sidewalks, landscaping. It includes the Grant Street Bridge area. So that's good to know. I'll be talking more about that in a future video, but I wanted to share that we received a grant through the Reconnecting Communities pilot. All right, that's enough about Grant Street Bridge. There's so much more I can talk about, and I will talk about, but I'm going to continue that talk on another video that I'll record probably the next visit up. I've got to do an East End video, North Side, Bluefield State video. We'll do some more talk about the Grant Street Bridge there. But let's talk more about Bluefield Avenue here, going through Bluefield. As you've seen, lots changed over the years. The parking building's gone. Buildings have changed. Businesses have went out. There was a beautiful mural painted on the left-hand side. I don't know if you've seen it as I was coming in, but that was really pretty. The bus station has moved. I'll point it out hopefully in this video. I'm going past that. It's a new bus station. Anyway, Just wanted to show off this Bluefield Princeton Avenue for those who have not been down here in a while, so you can see what has changed and what's still here. Of course, up here on the left, well, a little ways down, you'll see the Dairy Queen. It is still open on Bluefield Avenue. I'm sure it'll close down because this is the end of summer. But yeah, that's still operated here in downtown Bluefield. Place to get your ice cream. Let's see. Just looking around, you can tell that so much has changed through here. Just businesses have changed, factories have changed. Even the bar on the left has changed names. I don't even know how many times. I can't even remember. It's just a lot of change has happened through here. We're getting close to that Dairy Queen. I guess I thought I would get there quicker than what I did. There's the day old bread store, or well, they call it the day old bread store. That's what my mom calls it. Oh, I mentioned it and then I got distracted. The new bus terminal that was built on the right. I hope that you've seen it. It's a new building that was built on the right. We've already passed it though. But yeah, up ahead, I guess it's the what is it? The Eagles, Fraternal Order of the Eagles is still up here on the left. Oh, Tasty Freeze. Everybody remembers Tasty Freeze. Well, the building's still there, and now it's Farmer's Restaurant, not Tasty Freeze. Gosh, I remember going in Tasty Freeze and playing Mrs. Pac-Man on arcade game. Gosh, of course, that was back in the 80s. So yeah, I hope you've liked this video. I'm going to keep going just a little bit further down to the Virginia line. We'll turn around down there. I hope you found this video informative and you got to see what Bluefield looks like now. Makes you think back to what it looked like back in the day, and I've given you some information you maybe forgot about or you didn't know, especially with the Grant Street Bridge. Like I said, there will be more videos to come. Every time I come up to visit, I will be making more videos of the area. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to come to my website, toriangie.com, and read my blogs, that would be great. Thank you. Bye.